Past Lives is another one of the movies being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars this year. I have one more movie to go, which I'll be seeing today in theaters, Maestro. So yeah, I'm very excited to know that I've seen all 10 Best Picture nominees. So very excited about that. Past Lives is a movie about two kids in Korea. They are friends. She has to move away to Canada with her family. They kind of reconnect years later, and it kind of becomes a what if kind of situation. She is now living in New York, married to her husband. He still lives in Korea. He's making enough money, but not quite enough money where he feels like he's done well. And yeah, the movie is just kind of what if? What if we had stayed friends? Would we have ended up together? Would we have gotten married? Would we have had kids? And that's very much what this movie is. Excuse me. This movie is very much a one of those talking movies. It's not going to be a movie for everyone. But I think this is very much a movie that just makes you think with your own experience, your own life. Not just, for me, it didn't just bring up past, romantic relationships. It brought up friendships, too. Where would I be if I was still friends with so-and-so? What would I be doing if, so-and-so was still in my life? That's the kind of things that it really brought up. And even even with my situation here, what if I did not move? What if I was still in Wisconsin? What would I be doing right now? It just brought up a lot of what ifs and interesting kind of scenarios like that. And that's what this movie does really well, I think, is just bringing up the what ifs. Her husband is introduced to her friend when her friend comes to visit her in New York. And that's a really interesting thing. The two are speaking Korean. He doesn't know Korean. He just feels left out. And he even kind of asks his wife, well, are you happy with me? It seems like that's the kind of person you should be with and not me. And you find out more of, how they met and, the situation that they, that they put themselves through. And it's just a really interesting movie. Now, I don't think this is an amazing movie. This definitely wouldn't have been on my top 10 or anything like that. Whereas something like Anatomy of the Fall definitely could have ended up in my top 10. But it is a very sweet movie. And it does bring up just some really interesting ideas of what if. It's kind of like the Marvel series, even, what if, just what if this one thing had happened, and it just makes you question things, and, I don't know, it's just really interesting, it is. Like I said, this is very much a talking movie. This is people going, to a park in New York and just talking about their lives. This has no action sequences in it. This is no anything like that. People on a ferry talking. So some people are going to be kind of bored by that. Personally, I didn't think it was boring per se. I do think maybe there was... It's not that long of a movie. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, but maybe 15 minutes less. It felt a little long for me. I was starting to get a little bored by it because it kind of is the exact same scene over and over again. These people first start on Skype talking to each other, and they're talking, and they're talking, and they're talking, and then we see them again a couple days later, and they're talking, and they're talking, and talking, and it's just, it gets repetitive, I think, at some points where, it's just same people talking about their lives again, and it's It's not a bad movie. It's very beautifully made. I like the score with this one, the cinematography, you know, just everything. That like I said, they're in New York, and the places they shoot at, and how they, you know, kind of get the background of the cityscape. They do a great job with this. So yeah, I do enjoy this movie. I don't quite understand why people are thinking this is Best Picture worthy, I guess. But it is made nicely. I'm never gonna watch this one again. But excuse me, it's beautifully made, and it is an enjoyable movie. I just didn't particularly think it was the most amazing movie ever. That being said, I think I'll still go an 8 out of 10 on it. Like I said, though, it's just not a rewatchable movie. I just don't ever see myself wanting to rewatch this again. I did, however, like how much it made me think. And technically, it is a beautifully made movie. The acting is really good in this movie. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. You know, when I'm ranking my Best Picture movies of the year here, this week, this is probably going to be in the lower end. It's just something for me that's just not going to be rewatchable. I don't ever see myself wanting to rewatch it again. That for me makes it something a little lower. So yeah, that is my review of Past Lives. Like I said, I have one more Best Picture coming. I have a couple more Oscar movies coming this week. And the day I'm filming this is the last day that I will be living in this apartment. So not the next few videos, but within the next week here, we will be seeing a different apartment. So yeah, I hope you guys, excuse me, I hope you guys have yourself a great day. As you can see, I'm exhausted. I took another personal day on Monday, and I'm still exhausted. I've been sleeping in, going to bed early, and I'm just exhausted. I got to find a new job. So, you guys, I hope you guys have yourself a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we will see you next time.